it goes by. People always ask me why I block hoes. Listen up, baby girl, shit, I'm about to let you know why I always gotta block hoes. Whoa. They talking shit up in my comments. Yeah, they don't know, but I'm about to block them. Cause every day, I block hoes. They be being shady, yeah. Whoa. Cause you know I block hoes, baby. In different area codes, baby. You never know, but I block.
Hey y'all, happy Thursday. What is up, everybody? Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being tuned in. Thank y'all for y'all patience. I had to do a few little things before I actually was able to sit down in front of this live child. And I'm tired, y'all. I'm so sleepy. I was working on part two of that video. Y'all, if y'all seen, I dropped the video last night. So now I'm working on part two. If you think part one was something, wait till you see part two. Okay, listen. But I'm tired, y'all. I'm sleepy. I am so sleepy. Like my eyes is watery. Almost didn't do this live, but I needed to do this live. I needed to do this live. So that's why I'm here, y'all. Let me see who we got up in here. Um, what you mean, Shay? You say it's her editing the petition for me last night. Okay. Let me see who we got up in here so we can get started, so we can talk about a few things. Hold on, y'all. Let me go up. Let me go up to the top. If y'all don't lose my doggone voice. Hey, Miss Rebecca. Hey, Kate Brown. Hey, Caramel. Hey, Miss Lisa. Michelle Bell. We got, hold up, let me see, Miss Ashley, Invincible Empire. Hold on. Miss Cassandra. Thank you, Miss Cassandra, for that coffee. I appreciate you, Miss. Hey, K Monet. Hey, I am her. Let me see. Miss Ramona. We got Miss Annette, Miss Lolita. We got, hold up, Mr. Becca Belton. Shout out to you. Thank you for being a 3-month member. I love you more. Miss Michelle Holmes. We got Kiara in the building. Miss Stephanie. Beautiful Love from Rika. We got Lucy Blue. We got my girl Shay, Michaela, McKay, Nola Bunny. Yes, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was late. Per usual. Hey, look at God. Hold on. Hey, Daisha. Hey, Miss Beverly. Hey, Rakita. Hey, Miss Reese. Spicy Price. Miss Jackie Moore. Sugar Pop. Jazz So Jazzy. Miss Dee. My girl Gemini Rising. We got Miss Duncan. We got, hold up, Miss Tanya. Montez in the building. Nana Karen. Who else? Miss Robin Buttercup, Miss Green Eye, Latay World in the building. Hey, Latay, Demetria. We got me, us, my Louisiana sister, Miss Anita, Miss Angela B, Sweetie Favorite. Okay, look at y'all. Why y'all so thick and heavy on a good weekday, baby? It is Thursday. Hey, Brown Cat Eye. Hey, Miss Melody. Hey, Integrity. Okay, look at y'all. Jaquita, Daryl in the building. Let me see. Kimberly W, Miss Marlene, Marcel, Karen. You say I'm low? Okay, let's see if I can fix it. I don't want to start no echoing, y'all. Y'all know how they go. Let me see. Hold on. Because I'll be trying to leave it where it's at so it don't start echoing. All right, is that better? Y'all let me know if that's better. because I only seen one person say it was low. So let me know if it's better. Hey, Just Jules. Hey, Daryl. Hey, Carmen. Hey, Yolanda. Is the sound better? Is it better, y'all? I was getting worried. I'm always late. Be worried if I'm on time. Hey, Sadie. Is it better? Let me go down. Let's see. You gotta click on the link that's pinned in the chat, Jaisha. It's pinned in the chat at the top. It's the very first comment that I made, and it's pinned. It should be highlighted. If you click on it, it will expand, and the membership link is in that comment. If not, I'll put it in the chat again. Hey, open book. Let me see. Let me go to the bottom so I can see if the sound is good. I hope. Uh, is it better, y'all? Okay. Okay. I see everybody saying it's better. Um, hey, Latoya 714. I don't want to miss nobody because y'all know some of y'all be getting offended, be jumping on me for not speaking, child. Hey, Miss Angela Dickerson. Who else? See Miss Peggy. I just want to make sure my sound good. Miss Cynthia Craig, Miss Angela Sir, Kissy in the building. You were super late this time. That's not like you. I'm tired. Let's say I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I am tired. I'm tired. But I am going on vacation next month. I need that break, child. I need that break. So I booked my flight last night and I'm going on vacation, baby. I can't wait to. I can't wait to relax and not have to do nothing. But I might bring my computer so I can go live while I'm on vacation at least once. I don't want to miss nothing, child. I don't want to miss no content because shit, 4 days. That's a long time to stay out the algorithm unless I just do videos. I might just do videos. We'll see. We'll see. But okay, so the sound is good, y'all, because I don't want nobody coming back later saying the sound was crappy and this and that. Because like I said, I can't hear it on my end. So it just sounds like I'm speaking when I hear on my end. But y'all can tell me if it's bad. So I would actually have to go back and listen through YouTube to see if my sound is bad. So hopefully it's good. I know that's right. Can't wait for my vacation. Okay, it's good. Open book. Okay. All right, y'all. So I'm pretty sure everybody been seeing what's been going on, child. Yesterday was a whole hot mess and a half. And me personally, even though my name was mentioned on the petition, I still feel like that don't have nothing to do with me, okay? Because y'all know one thing about PAC. I always tell y'all it's a big difference between court of public opinion and a real court. When you make certain claims on social media, you have to prove that. A lot of what Laonia does is for validation, is for deflection and all of that. Manipulated truths, everything, child. So stuff like that, I don't really take serious because I know I stay within the guidelines on YouTube. I run a very professional platform. Just because you don't like what I say does not mean that it's slanderous, defaming, or bullying. So, it is what it is. Child, don't even send me nothing else because I don't care, y'all. The show must go on. My content will continue. And it is what it is. Everybody that knows me, everybody that follows me knows that I don't discuss children on my platform. And I've actually caught in a lot of flack for not discussing children. If y'all could remember, and I have to say this, baby. But if y'all remember, it was a situation that happened, I think it was last year, and, I went live, I did my live stream or whatever, and, I spoke on how kids should not be spoken upon. And no kids, everybody's kids is off limits, not just Laonia's. Let's get that clear first and foremost, because it's always an outrage when somebody says something about her kids, but it's a lot of people within this sector, and I look at it like everybody is equal. So if her babies are off limits, all babies should be off limits. Because I was watching Amber's live yesterday, and they were speaking on a situation, and I agree wholeheartedly. Amber's son was spoken on, Queen Fee's grandson was spoken on, uh Laonia's kids was spoken on, everybody's kids. So I feel like it has to be a mutual thing. If you're gonna outrage over one person's kids, then you need to do it when it comes to everybody's child. Kids should be off limits, period. And y'all know I've always stood firm on that since I've been doing my content. And I was actually praised by a lot of Lawanya supporters last year for saying it. So I find it very odd how, and here's the thing. When I actually read the petition, y'all, I was like, now why is she trying to manipulate the truth? It's very obvious and apparent. Shout out to Queen Step. Shout out to Queen Step. It's very obvious and apparent who her smoke is really with, right? Because they went back and forth all day yesterday. Like Queen Step was on her neck, baby, and she was basically showing it how bothered she was because she was, constantly posting in her story, constantly posting on her wall. Da, 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 da. They just was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And my thing is, you put 4 people on that petition, but yet you went back and forth with one person all day long and still posting about Queen Step. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to that for the ones in the back who saying, oh, y'all gonna lose y'all platforms and y'all gotta stop bullying. Child, please go look up bullying. And this is why I don't like to be put in a box, because anybody who knows me knows that I run my platform very professionally. I'm not even on here a lot. When I do my live streams, I might give y'all an hour to 2 hours. Y'all never see me on here for 4, 5, 10 hours discussing one person. I do my content, talk to y'all for about an hour, 2 hours. A lot of y'all be mad because I don't be on here more. Okay, so I just don't understand it. But don't get it misconstrued. Stop confusing slandering, bullying, defamation with her pretty much just being embarrassed because her lies is being called out. Because that's all it is. That's all it is. How we go from Janostrils getting exposed for being in somebody's DM, and then Laonya being exposed for lying about being engaged and him buying her a ring. He did that. Remember that? We just did a live on it. To this is, in my opinion, it's all deflection. Even though I agree, nobody's kids should be spoken on. And I'm not just speaking for Laonya. Nobody's kids. My kids, her kids, Amber Child, Queen Step kids, grandchildren. If you are a part of this sector, nobody should be speaking on anybody's children. Which I can't tell nobody what to do. At the end of the day, I can only speak for myself, but I can also say what I agree with and what I don't agree with. And it is what it is. But child, don't. First of all, I seen a comment, y'all. I seen this is how you know you can't take her serious. And when I say her, I'm talking about Laonya, because she made a comment and she said that she don't have a problem with nobody talking about her. Right? We all grown adults can defend themselves, because somebody brought up the fact that she be calling people grandmas and pretty much blasting people's photos when she don't like what they say in her comment. She go to their profile, she blasts their photos, basically to embarrass. That's bullying, baby. That's bullying also. So when that was said, then I see the comment where she's saying, talk about me all day long. I'm grown, but don't talk about the kids, right? So this is why I feel like you can't take her serious, because the deep rooted issue really is her being discussed. She can dish it, but she can't take it. And she don't want nobody talking about her. I don't even think that the problem is so much surrounding her babies, because she does things herself. She's constantly putting them on the internet. And if you're protecting your babies, protect them all. Not just the twins, protect all of your babies. Don't put none of them on camera, because it's a whole lot of people. You might have some people who actually get on camera, show their faces, or you know who they are, but you also have a lot of trolls and keyboard gangsters that you don't know who they are, that do discuss kids or just say anything out the way because they're incognito. It's a whole lot of people like that. Because I didn't had people like that come in my comments and you don't know who they are from Adam or Eve, baby. And they real bold because nobody knows who they are. So at the end of the day, the show must go on. Like I said, I seen a comment where she said herself, and it was all in the midst of everything that's going on. She said, talk about me, discuss me, I don't care, I'm grown, da, 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 but leave the kids out of it. And I'm like, well, if that's the case, why you put me on your petition, baby? Because I don't talk about the kids. I defend the kids. I don't talk about kids at all on my platform. I talk about you. So if that's how you really feel, then that's what it is. But y'all know that's not what it is. She don't like people discussing her. She constantly doing impulsive stuff on the internet, being overly emotional, putting her business out here, then trying to take it back, putting it out here, trying to take it back. And that's what y'all gonna see in this other video that I'm working on. You're gonna see we're gonna go back down memory lane. Shout out to Minnie Rippleton because she seems to forget that she's the one putting everything out here. You can't do that. That's not how the internet works. The internet can only discuss what you put out there. And if you come on my platform, and this is why I feel like she put government names up and not actual YouTube channels, because she knows that it's certain people on YouTube that be clocking a whole lot of her lies, and I'm one of them. I'm one of them, and I got a good bit of followers yesterday, and I didn't even go live. I'm like, dang, where these people coming from? But I'm letting y'all know right now, if y'all come over here with that foolishness and start being disrespectful, you will get blocked. Now, one thing I don't like about YouTube is that people can still watch your content, but they can't comment. But please don't, please don't. We grown over here. We have grown people dialogue. We call out the lies. It's not defaming. Last time I checked, you do have a right to call out somebody's lies, do content on a public figure. It's not illegal. It is freedom of speech, baby. It's not defamatory. And if it was, she could just take us to court. If anything on my platform is defamatory, prove it. If I've spoken on your kids that made disparaging remarks or bullied your children, degraded your children, or anything like that, put it out there. Because you had no problem with putting receipts up there where you felt like Queen Steph spoke on your babies. She had no problem doing that, y'all, under her comments. So if you seen me doing it, put it out there. Put it out there. Because you, of all people, know that when you go to court, you gotta prove what you saying. The judge ain't gonna just look at no doggone petition and say, "Oh, well, I'm gonna just take your word for it." No, and that's what I want the ones in the back to understand. Also, when you signing a petition, you can't just go with word of mouth. She can't just go tell a judge, "Oh, they bullying me. They bullying my children." Da, 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 da. Now she might feel like she has some proof or whatever, but I can guarantee you, I can only speak for myself. She don't have no proof on me, baby. And all my videos are still up and will remain up. Now find one clip where I said anything negative towards her children. Please do. Please do. And child, you better be real careful, because here's the thing. You are the public figure. So when you make certain and any and everybody that is a public figure, whether you're a celebrity, socialite, um, whatever, child, with a lot of followers, you have to be real careful. This is why most people have PR teams and management, so they can kind of control the social media aspect of the brand, right? Which we know she don't have none of that now because of everything that has transpired. But you have to be real careful of what you put out there for, people to see when you have a lot of followers. Now you put my name on that petition, and let's say your supporters decided that they wanted to do some type of harm, they wanted to harass me or anything like that, all because you got people thinking that I'm over here bullying your kids. Baby, you will be in a world of trouble, because my lawyer is on standby. I'm gonna let you know that right now. And he don't play when it comes to me. He's a family friend. He do not play when it come to Pac, baby. So play if you want to. But I think most of these people know what time it is and they know what's going on. Like I say, everybody that follows my platform, even the ones that were supporters of hers that follows my platform now, knows all you got to do is watch the content. That's it. Watch the content. Calling out somebody's lies, who's putting it out on social media themselves. That's what I think, that's the part of all of this that everybody is missing, right? The content that's being discussed over here is receipts to back it up. It's very seldom that I even do well, all my videos have receipts for one, every single one of them. But even my live streams, y'all constantly see me sharing the screen, whether I'm playing the audio for y'all or putting up actual receipts. So to say that people are bullying you are confusing people discussing your bad behavior that's displayed all over the internet. And then when you're shamed, are you embarrassed by your bad behavior, or your impulsive bad behavior starts affecting your behind the scenes relationship? You want to try to start coming at people for speaking on it. It don't work like that. This is the internet. Just because you delete something does not mean that it will go away. Your best bet is to keep it off the internet entirely. Entirely. You did a whole, this girl made a whole petition and went back and forth all day long on her platform just to post a video of her and her children again today. So please tell me how you protecting them babies. Please tell me how. If you telling your followers that your babies are being bullied, child, not bullied, y'all. Lord have mercy. That your baby's being bullied, right? Why would you post a video today of a TikTok or whatever, a skit of you and your baby? Not the twins. Let's keep that in mind, baby. She keeping them twins off the internet. Why would you post the other ones if they're being bullied to the magnitude that you're making it seem? Why would you post them? And yes, you have a right to post them. That's your babies. But at the end of the day, it's not matching up with what you're saying. The behavior is not matching up with the words. You were so outraged yesterday saying basically, oh, we gotta take them down. They over there bullying my children and been bullying them for 2 years. Child, I ain't participated in none of that. Okay? None of that. But it's not matching up. And I wish her supporters would get in them comments and say, well, why would you post this today? Why would you post this video, whether it's a harmless video or not? But it's just the fact that you making people think that your babies are all being bullied, but you're posting them. You go from saying, I don't post my kids, I rarely post my kids, to posting them. People can see them all up and down your page. I know doggone well, y'all, if I was in her shoes and the situation was what it is or whatever, my kids would never get posted on the internet. You're gonna have to guess how they look. You're gonna have to guess what they do, how their hair look, what school they at. You're gonna have to guess everything. Because if you're not putting it out there, yes, people can make assumptions, people can speculate, whatever. But at the end of the day, that's all they can do. And it's not based in fact. It's only based in opinion because it's not out there. But everything on my platform, like I said, I can only speak for myself. Everything on my platform is based with receipts, baby. Receipts that come directly from the source. We discuss what you put out there. Ain't nothing defamatory or slanderous about that. Period. Anyways, let me now I said that. Now let's get to, hold on, y'all. Let me go up. I agree. Kids are off limits. And if you follow me and you know that, then you know. You know what you know what it is. I don't talk about kids, y'all, like at all. And I say that often. I even tell my supporters, like, even when the whole thing was being discussed about how the babies could possibly look, people was in the comments like, Pac, all babies ain't cute. And I still said what I said. Like, all babies are beautiful to me. I don't discuss kids because I'm a mother and I know how it feels. I wouldn't want nobody discussing mine, which is why I try to stay away from conversations involving kids entirely. Sometimes we might speak on her as a mother or things she's doing as a mother. We speak on that sometimes, but as far as just talking about the kids, child by. And I even try to stay away from that conversation because then we end up in situations like this, where she try to flip the script and make it seem like people are degrading her kids by talking about how she mothers them and what's being seen on the internet. And I don't like that. So that's why I try to stay away from those conversations and keep it about her, the adult who's voluntarily putting her business on the internet. Period. Period, baby. And you can't hold me accountable for what's in my chat either. These are grown people, grown adults. Everybody over here is grown. Because I see people like to do that too, y'all, where somebody will say something in somebody's chat and they try to hold the platform accountable. No, we can't control what people typing on the other end of their phone, but we can control how we respond to it. That's it, and that's all. Like this is child, child. But y'all, like I said, y'all don't send me nothing else regarding no petition. That petitions don't hold no weight, especially in court. Laonya just did that for validation on the internet to get her supporters in an uproar, to get people on her side. Because I guarantee you, the judge 9 times out of 10 gonna turn her completely around. Petitions have been done in this saga before, and they went absolutely nowhere. Okay, there is lit. If you look on change.org, there are some petitions with millions of signatures that's just sitting there. Sitting there. So you really think a petition with 5,000 signatures gonna go? Y'all buy. Especially when if you taking it the court route and you have to prove what you're saying. That's why I keep stressing it's a difference between court of public opinion and a real courthouse. You gotta come with them receipts, baby. Like the ones I come with. I'm gonna back up what I say. Now I could provide a bunch of videos, a bunch of clips with me saying I don't speak on kids. Can you provide one clip with me speaking on them in a derogatory manner, in a defamatory manner, in a degrading manner? Can you provide at least one? While you adding people to petitions because you really mad because I be clocking them live. That's what it's really about. Ain't nothing defamatory about it. Baby. Okay, let me see y'all. Hold up. Hey to everybody that's coming in. Y'all know once I get in that little rant mode, baby, I don't see them comments. So charge it to my head and not the heart. Okay, listen. I love you all though, I swear. I swear I love you all. Okay, y'all, let me give my disclaimer. We got 4:30 in the building. If you love and support Pac, if you would like to donate to the platform, you can cash at me $sign Lupac1. It is floating across the screen. I do have my support links pinned in the chat. You can also buy me a coffee. Shout out to my coffee people. Thank you, Miss Cassandra, again for buying that coffee. You can also support the platform by getting a super chat or a super sticker. I do have a goal set, y'all. Shout out to the ones who do support the goals. Shout out to the ones who hit the like button because it's all equivalent. It's all equal. Long as you doing something, then it's support, whether it's financially or non-financially. If you just hitting the like button, baby, that counts. Okay? That keeps us in the algorithm. So please, if you watching, if you're entertained, if you find yourself constantly coming over here for some tea, some entertainment, my personality, support. Whether it be hitting the like button, giving a super sticker, giving a cash out, whatever. Whatever. It all counts, y'all. It all counts. Um, Oh, and shout out to all my new members. I have promised y'all members only live, and I still will give that live. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Matter of fact, tomorrow is Friday, so we're gonna do a members only live tomorrow. I don't know what time yet though, but I will give y'all members only live tomorrow. I promise, because we gotta talk about our love pot and all of that. But yeah, y'all, hit the like button. That's free, free 99, baby. You cannot beat free, and if you can't support my super chat goal, support it. If you can't, just hit the like button. All right, let me put this. Hold on, let's see. They asked for a donation. And you know what? I see. Okay, y'all. Before I pull this up, um, uh, people, I don't know what people thinking as far as the people that's donating to the change.org or whatever, but that don't do, you just donating to that platform. That won't make a difference in whether a petition is answered or not. Do people really think about who's actually behind change.org? Baby, it ain't Donald Trump. I don't know who y'all think is behind the petitions, but if it was somebody of importance, I guarantee you it wouldn't have petitions up there with millions of signatures that's just literally sitting there if it actually made a difference. So you basically just wasting your money donating to that cause. Whatever the cause is, you just wasting your money donating when you could just sign, because it's actually voluntary to donate. You don't have to donate, you can still give your signature. So that was kind of crazy when I see, but hey, it is what it is, child. It is what it is. And y'all, I'm not, because I see people putting that, please, y'all, don't mention no other CCs in my comments. I don't care, especially if it's someone saying something negative. Y'all know how I am when it comes to other CCs. I give all CCs respect, even though it's not reciprocated, even though my name still gets mentioned. I run my platform very professional and I don't mention other CCs, even though some still worry about what I got going on, child. But at the end of the day, I still move how I move, and my movements are not based on other people. So let them do what they do. If they mention me, I don't care. If I don't see it, it does not affect me. Can't nobody stop what I got going on but God. Okay? It ain't one human on this earth that can stop what I got going on, especially when I'm not doing it maliciously. It's not being done maliciously. It's a business. Like I said, just because somebody don't like what's being said or the lies that's being put on Front Street does not make it bullying, malicious, or slanderous. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I've been over here for 2 years, baby, in the same spot, doing the same thing. Okay? So I don't care about what nobody say over there. Even though I know y'all, some of y'all mean well, but y'all know how Pac rock. I don't care. I ain't about to be arguing with nobody on the internet, baby. That will not get me anywhere. So it's best to be left unsaid, unseen, unsaid, unthought of. Okay. All right. Now let me show y'all this. Hold on. Oh shoot, I ain't even pull it up yet. Let me show y'all this because the title of the live means something, right? Um, let's see. I want to show this one. And shout out to Voice and Value. Let me hold on. Bear with me, y'all. Make sure y'all running up them lights while we wait. Okay. Let me come on, mouse. Let me put this in first. Okay, let me read this one first because I feel like Voice and Value made a really good point. Make sure y'all go follow her platform because she got some really good content, y'all. It's not all saga related, and she makes some really good points. So she put up deflection. Deflection is a blame shifting tactic often used by narcissists. Deflection allows a narcissist to move the focus away from their bad behaviors and redirect the blame to something you may have said or done that is irrelevant to confuse you, make you feel bad about yourself, and absolve themselves from having to take responsibility for their bad behavior. This was really good. Her putting this up made, child, for the ones in the back, please know your definitions because it's a whole lot of people that throw around a whole lot of big words, and I really don't believe that they know the definitions behind it. Misusing words is crazy, especially when you misusing them and it ain't even relative. But like I said in the beginning, if y'all notice, Janoshus was being put on Front Street because of him being in somebody's daughter's DM, and Laonia was being put on Front Street about lying about being engaged. And here we have the next day, the fake outrage, child. Is all deflection. And it happens often in this saga. Okay? All right. Now let me go to the next one. Hold on, y'all. because I gotta get to the one that this live is actually about. Okay, so shout out to my source for sending me this. Um, as y'all can see, the title of my live says Bree incited thousands of followers to harass a federal judge. Now, here's the thing: when you really start getting into legal grounds, you gotta be real careful. Real careful. Because although some of you, and when I say some of you, I ain't talking about my people, I'm talking about hers, may feel like she's a victim in this situation because she has a real good habit of throwing rocks and hiding her hands, which is equivalent to putting erratic behavior on the internet, impulsive behavior on the internet, and then deleting it shortly after so she can act like she don't do nothing and she's silent and she's a victim and blase, right? So she made this post yesterday and it says, this is the judge that ordered Stephanie to stop bullying and harassing. Everyone, please go and message him the screenshots of Stephanie so he can already have it. Thank you guys so much for helping me find him. And here's the thing, right? Baby, this is a judge. This is what you call incitement. Just like when she put up for all her supporters to go and basically bombard CPS on a certain individual early on in the saga, it's all incitement. You don't, this is not how you deal with a judge, baby. And I think she know that because she deleted this post. You don't do that. This is harassment. Whether you feel like your supporters are doing it in your favor or you feel like you being bothered on social media, this is harassment of a judge. Because you don't know how many people are actually retarded enough to go and constantly send messages to a judge back to back. You really think a judge is worried about some stuff on social media? Imagine, let's say she made this post, y'all, and some of the people decided to find the judge's phone number. And now he's getting hundreds, maybe even thousands of calls about a Brianna battle and some stuff going on social media. When this man probably dealing with M's, MURDERS, robberies, child P's, PDF files, and all of that. And you want your supporters to go harass him, some screenshots of somebody talking about you on the internet, and you wasn't even a part of this case, is what's even crazier. This ain't even your judge or jurisdiction. Y'all, oh Lord, I cannot take this serious. I cannot take this serious, child. You can't just pick a judge that you want to deal with a certain situation, is what I'm trying to say. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. And from what I heard, when Queen Step went to court, she was going to court in support of somebody else. She had nothing to do with the case in the first place, right? Now, we ain't going to get into the whole picture situation and what happened, whatever, because I don't even know all the details. But I do know that much. So for you to get people to just randomly go and start harassing a judge, because that's what it is. When you're calling multiple times, sending multiple emails, whether you think you're doing it for a good reason, it's still harassment, baby. Still harassment. Because who wants, especially a federal officer, especially a judge, when they have really busy schedules, who wants to get bombarded with emails, calls, messages, just back to back to back to back? Who wants that? When their schedule is already crazy. When they got more important stuff to be worrying about. She could get in a lot of trouble for this, y'all. This is what you call impulsive behavior. If you know, you know. If you're familiar with law, you know. You can't just do that. You can't just use your supporters like that. Thank you, who sent me that? Thank you, CS, for the coffee. I appreciate you, my girl. Like, you can't do that. Just because you mad, because you going back and forth with somebody on social media. Now you trying to get a judge involved that has nothing to do with none of this or your situation at all. I could see if it was a child, and I can't even see it then. But if it was a judge that actually, let's say her and Queen Step went to court before, right? And the judge ordered either or to stop talking about each other. And she made a post like this. That's different. Even though I still don't agree with it because it's still incitement, it's still harassment. But you have nothing to do with this judge. Child, I'm so weak. I am so this is y'all, this is crazy. Like girl, if you don't go sit down and just stop watching people's platforms, just stop watching. I ain't never seen. Well, she ain't a celebrity, but I remember her doing a video saying she was famous, and somebody in the comments said, "Girl, you are not famous." And then she said, "Well, known. Well, if you so known, why are you even involving yourself in showing how bothered you are by little platforms?" I'm convinced that if the real shade room would post her in a negative light, baby, she probably disappear because you can't even handle small small platforms speaking on you. Imagine if a big one said so. Y'all remember how she reacted when Tasha K said something? Oh, listen, my coffee done got cold. Hey, Red, you say just coming in, sis, with challenge people like LaOnya when you question her parenting skills, she views that as you're speaking against her children. She's challenged. She do that, and I noticed that like you can't stop. And it's the child, not even just her, but it's the people that take it and run with it. I didn't tell it. Okay, child. So let me use this as an example, right? In the midst of the saga, this girl was telling all her supporters LaTrue was holding up the divorce. He's holding up the divorce. He wants half of my money. What's another lie she said, y'all? She said he's holding up the divorce. He wants half my money. Oh, and she filed for the divorce, right? The whole time they were going through the divorce battle. That's the lies that was being told. All for us to get the divorce decree, and this is verifiable. This can be validated. All you got to do, a matter of fact, I have lives that were done breaking it down where I put the actual decree up, right? Or you can just go on the very public website to see for yourself. That the whole time that man filed, she wanted alimony and child support, and it was her motions that was actually holding up the divorce. So it just shows you how she moves when she's saying, "Oh, I'm gonna keep my receipts for the judge." How did that turn out? Because if you ask me, he actually won in court. He actually won based on everything and the breakdown of everything. So that's just an example to show y'all how this person moves. She will use social media to try to validate every single thing and pretend like she doesn't because she has a habit of deleting the things that she puts out there. And that's some crazy work, especially when you got people all over social media that's viewing it, screen recording it, screenshotting it, and using it against you. You would think somebody like that would learn their lesson. She got on here screaming about wanting boundaries set or setting boundaries or y'all can't force me to post my business and da 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 da. When nobody's forcing you because you the one that feel like you have to constantly prove a point to a bunch of strangers. If you don't give us nothing to talk about, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Make it make sense. Just like you on social media to make a bag, so are we. Ain't nobody doing this for free. Child, I just don't understand these people, baby. Let me see. Let me see. How do you charge to sign a petition? I don't know nothing for that, y'all. Hey, Sweet Mocha. Hey, all five of me. Thank you, Integrity. Thank you for the support, my love. Thank you, Miss Floria. You say I'm so sick of her and her people always trying to put Robert in whatever is wrong in her life. They never about Booger Boy. She knows she lost a good man. And here's the thing when it comes to that, because I seen a little bit of yesterday, y'all, but I wasn't, stuff was being sent to me. I wasn't on her page watching everything go down. I seen Summer Queen step live or whatever. But here's the thing when it comes to that. It's not so much the people on the outside, but it's her. Because we all know she has a habit of blaming her ex-husband for what other people do on social media. She's been doing it since the beginning of the saga. And it's literally why she, if you wanna, if we really gonna put it on the floor, it's one of the reasons why she no longer has that man. Because you look at social media too much. You value what's said on social media too much, when you should have been looking and learning and watching how your ex-husband moves. Maybe you wouldn't be in this position right now, allowing social media to drive you crazy. Because at the end of the day, I seen screenshots of people saying, oh, it was the ex-husband. He was the first one to say this, or he be promoting them, telling them to do this and do that. Child, can't nobody make me move on my platform. Period. This is a business for me. It ain't got nothing to do with no RH. Even though I support him, don't get it misconstrued, but he don't run nothing over here. As far as how my platform moves, what I put out, what I decide to discuss, rebuttal, give receipts for, none of that. And I don't like that. Like, stop saying that. Just because y'all don't like that man, y'all trying to make it seem. Are y'all forgetting this? Like, are y'all actually looking at the receipts to see what she's doing? This is her bad behavior that's being discussed. How y'all blaming him for people discussing her bad behavior that she's voluntarily putting on the internet? I don't understand that. Like, that's crazy. He ain't got nothing to do with what she doing over there. So to constantly place blame on him as if y'all ain't tore that man down enough is some crazy work. Like, I just don't get it, child. And I got a feeling, because if you really wanna take it there, it's really giving she's in contempt, because she had her baby daddy speak on the situation. She could say she didn't, but um, if you look at, okay, when Laonia made the post, right, about the passport situation, she didn't say no names, but everybody knew who she was talking about. But when Sleepy decided that he was going to chime in and put his nose where it didn't belong, he directed it directly towards RH. So he would be considered a third party. And I'm pretty sure it's some other stuff she probably in contempt in that RH got in the bag that ain't even been put on social media, because he don't bring his business out here. She do that. She do that. That whole post was a gaslighting, manipulative post, thinking because you ain't saying his name, and as soon as you posted it, guess what happened? The minions started going all in that man comments, sign that passport. You bitter, you this, you that. So she knew exactly what she was doing. You don't always have to put a name on it for it to really sting, baby. The context can get you there a lot of times, even without a name. That's the crazy part. But when it comes to the whole court situation, anyways, what, I ain't even heard of no court date being discussed, unless she's scared that RH is taking her back to court for something. Because he did mention that. He did mention something about court on one of his live streams. So maybe she's trying to get her ducks in a row, and that's why she's so impulsive and enraged and trying to find whatever she can find to benefit her in court. That's probably why she running like a chicken with her head, you know what, off, trying to find receipts and stuff. Because if they have to go back to court, she feels like a petition can benefit her. Like she can use the petition to co-sign or validate whatever she gonna tell the judge. Even though I don't say that part. That ain't gonna work. Let me just say that. That's not gonna work, baby. Petitions don't hold no weight at all. At all. Forget what you heard. All you gotta do, if you think I'm lying, go on change.org and look at those petitions that got millions of signatures and let me know where they went. Okay? Let me know where they went. Let me go down. But yeah, like that's crazy. They need to leave that man alone. They need to, while they talking about her, what about RH? What is he? Chopped liver? Isn't he being discussed every single day? At least 14 hours out of a day? Isn't he being discussed? I don't talk about nobody discussing him because at the end of the day, like I said, I run my platform professionally. I don't discuss other CCs and what they're doing on their platforms because I have no control over that. Do I agree with everything? No. But I'm not going to discuss it because I'm trying to run my platform professionally. And that's why I be hoping I could get the same in return, even though it don't work out like that. But we can only hope that people would mind their platform. That's why you can separate the ones who are actually in it business wise and the ones who ain't. The ones who take it serious and the ones who don't. That's some crazy work. Because why are you discussing me and what I'm doing on my platform when I ain't talking about you at all? I keep it on the content. That's it. That's it. That's all. Matter of fact, I don't even cuss in my content. That's what make it even crazier. I have no profanity over here. Members only, a different story. Now you might hear me say the ASS word or SHIT here and there in members only, but it's no profanity. That's how professional I run my platform. So save it. Save it with the bullying and the slander and the defamatory. If it is that, sue me. Sue me. If you feel like you got a case and I've been defaming you, because you got to prove that in court. You got to prove that. Everything that's being said, when you take it to court, it has to be proven. That's why I keep telling people don't get it misconstrued. Don't allow people just to tell you anything. And I'm speaking for me. I can't speak for everybody because we all have our own individual platform. And that's why I don't like to be bunched up. Like, stop doing that. Because you mad at one person, you want to take it out on everybody. Because Queen step on your neck. Tough. Ciao. Hey, Tay, baby. Hold on, let me see. Let me go down, y'all. Go down. Because y'all going in hot on the comments. I don't think it's going to work out in her favor either. She's too impulsive. Just her putting this up here about the judge, that wasn't good. Like now you trading it real thin. You trading it real thin. It's one thing to be outraged about a certain situation, and it's another to incite your followers to harass a judge. Girl, girl. Hey Miss Jackie, let me go down. It's another one I want to put up too. Hey, sweet queen. I see you done made it in. Cindy Chains discussion board. Shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all hitting that like button for your girl. Okay. But wait till y'all see my second video though. I'm trying to make it big enough to be a premiere. Hopefully I can finish it today because it is the end of the month, child. And y'all know at the end of the month we grind hard. We grind hard at the a CC. We grind hard at the end of the month. Hey, my love. Thank you for the super. You say my super chats have been missed the past couple of times, so I hope they are coming through. Anyway, ain't nobody with a brain believing that you crazy. I didn't see none. This the first one you sent on this live, or you talking about on another live? If so, I didn't see it because sometimes I skip through the comments because it be so many comments and I don't always see all the super chats. Like I'll see them at the end of the live. But if you did send some and I missed it, I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you for your support because you do support me regularly and it is greatly appreciated, my girl. Let me see. Can someone please explain the passport situation to me? I missed it. So, Laonia put up a post the other day in reference to what was it, y'all? Let me see. Hold on. Let me find. It was something about a passport. And thank you, Miss Valerie, for that not super child, for that cash app blessing. I appreciate your support, my girl. Hold on, let's find it, y'all. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me, because y'all know some of y'all impatient. Y'all don't like me looking for receipts, child. Uh, okay, hold on. Let's see. I'm still looking for it. Where is that doggone post? Okay, I found it. So it says, any advice on how? Oh, I need a new charger. This charger is. I hate when them chargers get them shorts in them. It say, any advice on how I can renew a passport for my child if the other person won't sign? And then she put a sad face emoji. Then she says, is there something the courts can do? I don't want my children to miss out on trips this summer, right? So she tried to basically generalize that by saying, "Oh, I don't want my children to miss out on trips this summer," da, 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 even though everybody knows that she's talking about RH. And not to mention, her baby daddy gave it away because he doubled back and directed a post at RH saying, sign that passport, let that child go, let her experience the world, or da da da," basically putting his nose in it. So he basically let everybody know that she was talking about RH, which is third party, considered third party contempt, right? Because nothing is to be discussed involving their custody situation. And this is a part of it. This was, y'all, this is the crazy part. She actually pretty much came up with everything as far as the divorce decree is concerned. They agreed upon all of this. So now, because this situation is not working out in your favor, because they both have to sign off for that child to be able to leave the country, not within the country. They can go to all the Disney worlds, all the Great Wolf Lodges, and all of these different activities that's for kids within the US. But because he didn't want to sign the passport for her to leave the country, that's why it's so many people outraged. As if he don't have no rights, as if he don't have no rights to his child and can say where his child can and can't go. That's the crazy part. And this is why I advise people to stop putting courts in your business unless you absolutely have to. Because there's some situations where, you got some DB daddies out here that just don't give a F. And you ain't got no choice but to put them people in their life. But when you in situations where you've seen a man take care of his kids, do for your kids who aren't his, and that's the reason why you had a baby with him in the first place, like, or even try, or even going getting the course involved just because of social media, that's some crazy work. That is some crazy work. If you know your baby dad is sending you money on the regular, why put them people in your life just so they can get a percentage? Because that's what's gonna happen. They taking some of that money, and you basically giving control of your child and y'all family situation to other people. Now the government dictate what goes on in y'all household. And now you want to see, is it a way that the courts can do something when it was the court who put this order in place in the first place, and you know that. That's gaslight. That's all in a divorce decree. That's why I'm like, why would she post that? When y'all signed upon this, y'all both agreed. You didn't have to agree to that part, but you did. So that's why he has to sign off for a passport, because you only need a passport to leave the country. Oh, child. What's up, bro? Steve talks with 2K in the building. I don't know if he's still in here, but shout out to you. Shout out to yo. How your mama now? Let me go up. Let me go up. Thank you, Miss Lisa. She said always professional. Hey, M. You say that girl don't have a case. I know she don't. I know she don't. Like that. And this is one of the reasons why I always say, y'all, it's a difference between. And I know y'all probably tired of hearing me say this. I'm like, I always say that because I do. It's a difference between court of public opinion and real court. With everything that this girl is doing on social media and has done, it held absolutely no weight. If y'all remember, I wish I had that clip, but Dawn did a live stream. Not even just Dawn. It was another person. I'm not going to say her name because she's not involved in the saga anymore. But it was a person who was really close to Laonya that was with her and Dawn. And they both spoke on, on live streams how Laonya had them going all around Georgia to different police stations, courthouses, whatever, magistrates, whatever you want to call it. Here we say courthouse. We don't say magistrate. Okay? But whatever. To try to, put charges on people on social media. RH being one, and some other people. I ain't gonna say no names. And the girl said that they was basically kicking them off the land, kicking them off their land. That was her word. Like she say they wouldn't touch it because it's social media and it's freedom of speech. So they wouldn't touch it. So I'm just like, what is going on here? And she knows that. She knows they wouldn't touch it. Matter of fact, what you will see in the video that I'm working on, the part 2 of the receipts, is where the horse's mouth literally said that, if y'all remember, when she tried to put a protective order on RH early in the saga, she made a whole post about it being freedom of speech, right? She said that RH was trying to get the judge to stop her from speaking on him on social media, and she laughed about it. She laughed when she said, you can't do nothing. The judge said it's freedom of speech. So if you know that, why are you bothering bloggers? Why not just mind your platform? Why go? And this is something I never understood, y'all, because y'all know I don't do this, which is why I tell y'all to keep it away from me too. If you know somebody's talking about you, whether it be in a positive or in a way you don't like, because just because she don't like it doesn't mean it's bullying. Let's get that straight. Just because she doesn't like it or agree with it doesn't mean it's bullying, slanderous, or defamatory. Don't get it twisted. Right? So if you know you don't like it or you don't like people discussing what you put out here, stop looking for it. Stop opening random DMs because she say her supporters sending her stuff too. Stop opening those DMs just like I do. I don't open DMs if I feel like it's something where somebody's sending me something about another person talking about me. I'm not opening. And if you know me, you know. I don't want to see. Because the only thing that's gonna happen from me arguing with somebody on social media is my blood pressure getting raised. Because I can't put hands and feet on you through no computer screen. And that's what I really want to do. I ain't arguing, baby. I'm not arguing. I want to fight. Okay. Once you done told me something crazy, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to scrap, like we say. It's time to take it to the street, to the field. Take them shoes off. Ain't nobody got time for that. That is some crazy work. So I just don't get it, y'all. Like, stop. You are I don't even know what to call her. Cause she don't move like the regular influencer. She don't move like a celebrity, a socialite, a known person, a famous person. Whatever you want to call it, she don't move like it's given just somebody that looked up and got millions of followers based off of her ex-husband and his name. Because it's no way in HELL Y'all see how I run my platform, and I only got a hot 8K. Imagine if I had millions, child, everybody would be ignored. Everybody saying something negative will be ignored because you don't have to feed into it. And if she keep moving the way she's moving, she gonna have a even harder time on social media, a even harder time because whether I'm talking, whether Queen Step talking, whether Latte talking, whether Upper talking, anybody who didn't discuss this saga, I guarantee you, every time you do something controversial or crazy on the internet, it will get discussed. It will get discussed. So if you can't handle that, child, you need to lock it up. You need to take your page off professional mode because it won't stop. It won't stop with us. It won't stop with anybody. You can't tell nobody what to talk about on the internet, especially when it's being put out there. Hey Virgo Goddess, okay, might still be in here. Shout out to him. Um, let's see. Let me see where we at. Thank you, Renita. You say it's just business, and you always treated as so a second queen, Lupac. Thank you, Miss Renita. Thank you for your support, my girl. I be trying to tell them, like, child, don't do that. Girl, you know I don't be talking about your babies. I don't do babies over here. I don't. I barely talk about your mothering skills. And we know that's bad. We can see it. And I barely talk about that. Because it's still with kind of within it's like a tricky situation, y'all. It's still kind of within mentioning the kids, but y'all know she's the type of person to manipulate a situation. Just like Auntie Pimo said in the comments, not Auntie Pimo, I think it was Rich. Just like my sis Rich said in the comments, she'll take it where you could be talking about how she's mothering and she'll flip it to make it seem like people are discussing her kids. And she's been doing that since the beginning. I guarantee you, if everybody take any conversation that involves kids, whether it's her mothering her kids or anything like that, and put the focus completely on her, the grown adult who's voluntarily putting her business out there, then see what she do then. See what she do then. Because like I told y'all, she said in the comments that she don't care if people talk about her. She's an adult, right? Oh, let's put this up here. Let me take this one down and put this one. Make sure y'all running up the likes for your girl. We got 486 in the building. Y'all hit that like button, please. Thank you. Wait, I don't think I sent the other one. Hold on, y'all. Because I got another one that I want to show y'all. Um, and thank you again, Miss Valerie, for that Cash App blessing. I appreciate you, my girl. Okay, hold on, y'all. I got to show y'all this. But y'all get ready for that video because it's going to be fire. Okay? And y'all know I don't play when it comes to my videos. I take my time with my editing. So it's taking me a little while, but I'm putting it together for y'all. And it's gonna be a good one. Very show all the contradictions, all the hypocrisy, all the lies. Oh yeah, we putting it on the floor. Don't lie on me. Don't lie on me because you mad. Put somebody on your neck. Let me see. Hold on. Where is the post? I want to show y'all. I wonder, did I send the other one? What she said about the babies? Because she's really um laying it out there thick, y'all. She really doing her big one. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. She really doing her big one, laying it out there. Let's put this one up. Wait, what is this one? Okay, I already put it up. Let me see. I just gotta share it. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. So she posted. Y'all, do I have it up? Okay, I got it up. Let me see. Calling my phone. Hold on, y'all. Let me tell her I'm live. Cause she the type of sister, she ain't gonna stop. Okay? She'll keep calling. She ain't the one to wait for you. Who else got a sister like that? She won't wait for you to call her back. She gonna keep calling till you answer. She get that from my daddy though. I'll be like, man, why you don't wait? This give me a chance to return your call. Okay, so she posted, I pray y'all. This is what really got me. Especially after certain things that she done did on the internet, which is if you watch my receipt video that I put out last night, you can see some of the things that she did, right? And the part two gonna really lay it out there. So it stuff like this is so manipulative. It don't make no sense. So she posted, I pray to God when my kids see these defamatory comments about them that they aren't lying to me, pretending to be okay, and really they're not okay seeing these women old enough to be their grandma. I'm 36. I'm not old enough to be a grandma, even though we got some grandmas out here that, I mean, I'm 37. I be forgetting. I just made 37, y'all, February. Okay. They do have some that's some young grandmas, but I ain't there yet. My baby is gonna be 17 next month, and children is the last thing on his mind. I promise you. He into his book. So, uh, old enough to be their grandmas bullying and harassing them. That's how y'all know she ain't talking about me. Cause girl, I ain't nothing but a few years older than you, baby. I pray my conversations with them are sticking and they don't consume themselves with the negative opinions and nasty remarks of these sad people. I pray their confidence stays strong and they don't have thoughts of the S word. She wrong for that. This is bigger than me. This is about innocent children. She's wrong for this, and let me tell you why. When you have repeatedly put things, very controversial things on the internet about your children or even involving your children, matter of fact, let's use this example. And I'm going to put this in my video also. Y'all remember the live she did, what it was, a few weeks ago about Queen Step on her YouTube, the live that she did and then deleted it right after because she knew the flack that was going to come from it? Yeah, that live. Y'all remember when she had her son in the live making her son talk about Queen Step picture? Y'all remember that? Well, that's the very same live where she started fussing back and forth with people in the comments because they had people telling her to stop cussing around her son, saying certain words. And her response was, child, he in high school. And you think he ain't heard nothing or heard cuss words and da in high school? That was her excuse, y'all, for her mouth around her child. While she talking about all of this, look at what you're doing in front of you. And let's take it here, right? Because this is coming from the very same person who literally puts all of her business out there on social media. You just literally did a whole story time about your third baby daddy, Janostrals, letting us know every single thing. Well, I ain't gonna say every single thing because you left out the part where it involves the abuse towards your children, allegedly, with him. You left that out. She made sure she kept that one in the chamber. But she told everything that involved her and him, Bruce dealing with her and him. Now, mind you, when you talking about a very tumultuous relationship that involves a Bruce, and she's saying that it's basically happening on the regular, he has a whole dark side to him. Where y'all think the kids be at while all of this is going on? You would think that, and then she's still with this man to this day. I would think that I would be more worried about the influence and what my kids are hearing in my home than something that could be that they can be protected from, which is social media. You still with your bruiser, baby. You still with the man that you came on the internet and said had a whole dark side that you was being with the devil himself. Y'all remember that long post she put up? I might add that to the video too, because it's like the people be forgetting. People be really forgetting, you know. If you was that concerned about the well-being of you and your babies, you wouldn't even be in this relationship right now. Because I know doggone well I'm not staying with no man who's abusive to me and my babies. Or even just to me. Because I don't want my kids around that. Period. I don't want my kids nowhere around it. I want my kids in a healthy environment so that my BS and my decisions is not affecting their mental and when they grow up and decide to become adults, because more often than not, kids are a product of their environment. And our BS, now I'm going to speak for us women as a whole, even men, our BS as adults affect our babies. Everything that we do, they see. So while you over there talking about the S word, while you've been very impulsive and erratic all over social media for the past 2 years, you've been putting your business out here. Even the live you did where you were saying how you are a robot in front of your babies, you can't function trying to hold it together, all because that man and you broke up. Stop playing in people's faces. Please stop. Please stop. You are the last person that should be making a post like this. And don't, because you know people like to take stuff and run with it. It's not to say that babies shouldn't be protected. I'm all for it. They should indeed be protected. All babies, not just hussies. Everybody's babies involved should be off limits. Period. We can always keep it with the grown folk. Everybody babies off limits. Y'all gotta stop acting like this girl ain't been doing the craziest ish on the internet for the past 2 years and deleting it and acting like it's a clean slate just because you delete it off of social media or just because you decide to allow a man back in your bed, everything he done did gets erased. Child by. Y'all done lost y'all mind. Y'all done lost y'all mind. Ain't nobody, you know what? Um, Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Miss Glenda, for the Cash App blessings. I appreciate you guys' support. And oh shoot, I accidentally cleared it off. But whoever just sent me them coffees, thank you for your support. It is greatly appreciated. I accidentally cleared it off before I could see the name. Um, let's see. I ain't say construed, I say misconstrued. Y'all crazy. Thank you, Gracie, my love. Hey, Gianna. Hot and spicy in the building, Miss E. I just don't like, come on now. It's time out for the BS. It's time out for the BS. Girl, you are grown. You are a public figure. You know you're going to be talked about on the internet. Stop making posts acting like you a victim and you've been shooting for peace and everybody just disrupting your peace like you ain't did everything you done did on social media and still doing. You still doing stuff subliminally and putting up posts because you want people in your business. You want people in your business. You couldn't handle people saying that Janashus ain't really with you like that, or he don't really want you like that. So you put up an engagement post. And because people saying they don't believe the engagement, you put up a ring post. So please stop it. Stop acting like you don't want people to talk about you. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't go so hard to prove these points on a regular basis. Who cares what people say on social media? It's opinions. You need to go get some media training and therapy. Because, baby, listen. And it's child, y'all. You know, I ain't gonna even take it there. I ain't gonna take it there. Hey, T Love. Exactly. How somebody harass a judge? Like, girl, thank you for the super, Miss Lisa. I appreciate you. I ain't gonna even read that because, like I said, I'm trying to stay away from any conversation involving any kid. And that could be fact. That could be a fact, and I somewhat agree. But I ain't gonna discuss it. Sorry, I ain't gonna discuss it because look at how things are going now. Look at how things are going now. They take stuff and they run with it. You could say something about her mothering, and then they take it and say you're talking about her kid. We ain't doing it. That's some crazy work. Hey, Miss Vicky Queen. Hey, True Slayer. Um, Thank you, Rich. Thank you, sister. You say thanks for the explanation, sis. Help me. I'm feeling slow because passports are good for 10 years. Momo no older than 5 or 6. She's been to Jamaica 3 to 4 times, which requires a passport. Am I so? Listen, and exactly. And a lot of people explain that. But some of these people, they still take stuff and run with it just because they feel like that's giving them an opportunity to call RH bitter and this and that. They don't care about receipts. They don't. Some of these people don't care about receipts because if they did, I feel like this would have been shut down a long time ago. If these people really cared about what's right and receipts, they wouldn't be praising a ninja that Bree herself came out on the internet and said he's abusive. Any woman who's ever been abused, and even if you support her and you're a victim or a survivor, you shouldn't be supporting her. Because guess what? Every woman that's ever been abused knows that abusers do not change. They do not change. Period. And it proved me wrong because I don't know nothing that's changed. It always end bad. It always end bad unless you get out of that situation. So the fact that she's out here parading and still putting him on a pedestal like she claimed she was gonna stop doing, she's right back with the same behavior. It's a cycle. We're literally watching somebody who flash out on them on the internet, come put them on a pedestal, take fake accountability, flash out on them again. It didn't happen 3 or 4 times. Why some people still blaming RH, or why she's blaming RH, trying to say, I did it for 7 years, putting my business out there. I just want to set boundaries. Well, why are you telling all of you and Janata's business? That ain't got nothing to do with RH. He ain't in y'all relationship. Ace in class. Um, you say Momo said mommy lost it on RH Live. I didn't see that. What live RH did? Was it on Facebook or YouTube? I didn't see that. Oh, you said she was talking about her swimsuit. Oh, okay. Let me see. Mila says she is literally a person slash unstable creature who was alternatively educated in smaller classes who happened to trap RH and got some exposure. Yep. Hey Tajay sister. Yep. That's what it is. Even though some don't want to admit to it, but we all know what time it is. Regardless of she keeping her platform afloat or not, everybody knows that it was because of this man. That's why she's known. Nobody knew who she was. She was a regular person on Facebook, just like everybody else, child. That's why she started branding herself as Mrs. LaTrue and not her government name. So stop with the BS, please. And that's why you have bloggers who say the ex of Mr. LaTrue or the ex-wife of LaTrue. That's why they still add his name to it. Because they wanted to push. They wanted to push. Because I ain't gonna say no names, but I seen a blogger on Facebook who did a story on her, and they said the ex-wife of Mr. True, and people was in the comments, why you put his name? Let her shine by herself. Same reason why Tasha K added his name. Because it ain't too many people that knows who she is. And that's what people gotta realize. Just because you have millions of followers does not mean you're well known. Because I remember being in this saga early on, y'all, and so many people, like when I would go on different platforms to look for receipts and stuff, so many people didn't even know who they were R.H. Arbery. They did not know who they was. They'll be in the comments like, who is that? And they was going viral at the time. They was going viral. Even when she did the skits with Country Wayne, they had people all in the comments asking who she was. Because you had some people saying, "Oh, she the one who lied on her ex-husband," and you had people saying, "Who is she? Who is that?" So it's like, child, just because you got millions of followers do not mean you're well known. Don't mean everybody know who you are. Let's see. Hey, Harmony. Hey, sister. Love you. All right. Let me see. Let me go down, y'all. Because y'all cutting up in the comments. I know I'm going to have thousands of comments on this live stream. Yep. All of that's going to be in my video, y'all. Thank you again, Miss Tanya. All of that's going to be in my video. This is the same person who came on live and told her followers that she had cameras in all her kids' room and she caught her son with his cover doing this. Up and down, up and down. And she said, don't tell me you're watching PORN at this young. Now I'm going to have a talk with you. And wouldn't that affect you? Okay, my oldest son just got back from school because he get back an hour before my other kids, right? I guarantee you, if I was to ask him right now, if I did a live stream, let's say I got millions of followers, and I should call them in here, but I don't, unlike some, I don't like putting my kids on, adult conversation. If I was to go live and tell my supporters, oh, I got cameras in all my kids' room, I see my son jacking off. So you don't think that would affect his mental? Or let's say his peers watch, because we are talking about high school kids here. They're on social media more than us. While we making posts about the S word and this and that. Those kids are on social media more than us. You don't think that his peers could get a hold to? Because, I mean, let's keep it a buck, y'all. If you're in a position where you have some type of notoriety, right? You got millions of followers. It's people who latch on to the people around you just to get close to you. So he might have people that's trying to be his friend just because of who his mama is, right? So they following her platform. Imagine his peers seeing her live stream where she's saying she had a camera in his room and she caught him jacking off. You don't think them cheering would clown him at school for that? Or you going live and saying, y'all talking about Janelle groping me, but it's healthy for kids to see genuine love or a man loving on their mama in a healthy way, or while he grabbing all on your butt and stuff, all on your butt, kissing all on you in front of your children, and then she gonna say, before Janelle, I was questioning, I don't even know what, but then she caught herself, but she was insinuating that her son was GAY. That's what y'all gonna see that I put that in that video. Matter of fact, the one from last night. Before Janelle, I don't know, because I was thinking he was gonna be That's not embarrassing. Is that not bullying? Or it don't count when it's coming from the actual parent? Y'all got to be, child. I'm gonna make sure when I put them clips up there, I'm gonna put this post right here, right next to it. Right next to it. Because just as well as our kids don't want to see other people discussing them on social media, they don't want to see their parents doing it either, whether good or bad. Make it make sense. Come on, phone. My phone charger is so slow. I need a new charger. But this one is giving, hold on, y'all. It's giving short. You know how you get a short in your charger? My block is still good though. Let me take this one off because there was another one I wanted to show y'all. Hey Joe Esky. Hey Kitty Key. Let me see. Tamika Woodard. What's up, sister? Chandra's son MJ is a child. Bree had people calling the cancer center on them. You know what? I forgot all about that. They did little MJ wrong. Let's not forget about that, y'all. Let's not forget about that. And that's why when we say all kids, should be left out of this situation, we mean just that. Not just hers. I don't agree with nobody's babies, innocent babies being spoken on. Because they have nothing to do. Kids don't pick their parents. They don't get to choose who they come from. Okay? They not on the internet in adult business unless certain parents are bringing them in it. And we all know who that is, right? Who will literally make her kids get on social media to clap back at trolls and stuff like that. But then cry about people. Oh, and I'm gonna put those clips in my video also, because I have two clips of her allowing her kids to come on her live stream, and one of them she was making Lala dang near fuss with the person, talking about say it again, say it. Well, she was like nothing, nothing, say it, girl. Like who does that? Who makes their children clap back at trolls? Like, child, what is really going on? Tamika, send it to me. Send it to me. I'm gonna add it to my video. Hey, please. Send it to me. I will add it. Hey, Chatty. Hey, sister. Make sure y'all go watch my sis video. It's not saga related, but it is on the Kimani situation. Baby, that video ate. Okay? It was a really, really good video. Make sure y'all go watch it. Let me go down because I got one more thing I want to add to the screen and show y'all. Show y'all. Baby, y'all in them comments. Thick. I can't even get to the bottom. Okay, there we go. All right. Let me add this. So this was another one, y'all. Where is it? Oh, hold on. I gotta actually add it to the screen first. All right, let's see. What is this? Okay. Oh, and let's say this. Adults can be bullied also, right? Just like kids, so can adults. I find it very hypocritical to say that we ain't worried about grown folk when it comes to bullying when you clearly added your name to your petition. Ain't you grown, ma'am? Hey, Miss E, ain't you grown? Like this whole situation is very hypocritical and contradictory. Make it make sense. All right, let's add this. I wish I could have found a doggone screenshot what she was saying, but somebody did send it to me. I just can't find it. It might still be in my messenger. Where she was saying, she don't care about people talking about her, but leave the kids out of it. Girl, yes, you do care. You do care. That's the reason why you're doing this in the first place. Because if you were so concerned about your kids' mental, you wouldn't be putting them on camera, period. Just like you protecting the twins, you would be protecting your big babies also. You posted a video today with Lala and Momo. Why are you posting them? Keep them off camera so they can be protected. Ma'am? Like, what is going on? So she posted this, y'all. Bringing up old folks is irrelevant, right? So I guess she did that to deflect away from the fact that when people say something she don't like in her comments, and a lot of times it has been her supporters saying stuff. Take, for instance, the situation that was exposed a few weeks ago with Janasha's going in that lady's DM. Now, the lady, the mom of the girl that Janasha went in the DM, she was on Laonia's page and she was saying, so dang, are you going to expose or go on everybody's platform who says something you don't like in your comments? That's all the lady said. So she decided to go in the ladies on the ladies page, pull her profile, and then try to embarrass the lady. So she don't want people bringing that up, right? Because she said bringing up old folk is irrelevant, right? That's what she's talking about. Kids are innocent. Grown folks can defend themselves. My kids can't. So if that's the case, like I said, I don't even speak on your baby. I don't speak on nobody's babies. Why you adding me to that petition? Because you know you don't want people talking about you, baby. She don't want people talking about her. And no, it's not irrelevant because it's a lot of adults who commit the S word from bullying. It's a lot of adults too. You embarrassing people in front of all of those followers. You don't know how their mental is. And kids are innocent. But it's some grown folk who innocent too, who didn't deserve to be humiliated just because they asking a question. Make it make sense. Because they ask you a question that you don't agree with, do they deserve to be humiliated? No. And she say this, but she don't mean this. When she say grown folk can defend themselves, she don't mean that. She don't mean, if that's the case, why did you add your name to the petition as being bullied? Why? See, she don't know if she want to make it just about her kids or she want to make it about herself and the baby. Girl, you don't want people talking about your bad behavior. All of the embarrassing things you done did on the internet, clowning your own self. That's what it is. Thank you, Shari, for that cash app blessing. I appreciate you, my love. Look, my sister, you still alive? Duh. I'm gonna call you back. Hold on, y'all. She ain't gonna stop, child. And it don't be nothing important. Just some gossip. We had her service thing. Send cash app. I got it, Miss Shari. Thank you. Thank you, my love. Yeah, y'all, like, come on now. It's time out for the BS. It's time out. And like I said, I don't talk about kids. I wish nobody would talk about kids, period. I ain't even talking about this in this situation. I am a firm believer. And y'all, I'm from Louisiana. We don't play about kids and old folk here. And that goes for the streets, whether you in the streets or you ain't in the streets. Kids and old folk is off limits. It ain't just kids, because she like to say, oh, the bringing up old folk is irrelevant. No, it's not. Somebody grandma ain't irrelevant. Their life means something too. It's a lot of older people, grandma, grandpa status that can't defend themselves. So no, they are not irrelevant. Both should be off limits if you ask me. People's families, period. Like, come on, like, stop. Stop. You don't like people discussing your bad behavior. You and your man was exposed back to back, and that's why you did this. That's why you did this. Because she know doggone well she cannot stop nobody from talking, y'all. She can't. Not even with a petition. Been there, done that. Because we done made a whole petition. Well, a petition was made. I mean, let me not say we, because I didn't make it. Okay. But a petition was made on behalf of RH and her early on in the saga. Guess what happened with it? Y'all tell me, because I sure don't know. Unthought of, unheard. You say, wait, where's that comment? Say speak talk. I'm moving, but around, but definitely listen. Okay, I'm about to soon get off anyways, because I see Queen Step about to go live too. And I need to finish that video for y'all. I'm trying to get that video out tonight. It's the end of the month. Listen, we on grind mode, baby. We got goals. Okay, y'all nephew is at me about this car, child. So I got to be on grind mode. Somebody grandchild gonna catch her for talking about their grandma. You see what happens? Somebody sick their daughter on her man. You can't just be playing with people out here. Everybody ain't playing. Like, that's crazy. But at the end of the day, wait, let me take this off. Stop including everybody in BS. Stop manipulating what you presume to be your truth just because you want to make it bigger than what it is. Because she been manipulating truth since the beginning of this saga. She been doing it. Stop it. Stop it. And like I said, that's why, if y'all notice, my name wasn't brought up yesterday. Why would you add me to a petition about kids when you know doggone well I ain't over here talking about your cheering? Baby, I clock them live with your own words. I use your own words and your own receipts to point out your lies. I ain't even gotta say a lie. That's why now if you look at my videos, I think want to say the last 2 videos I did or the one before that, you don't even hear me speaking. I'm gonna let them receipts talk by themselves. Because they quick to say, oh, she lying on her. Oh, so her receipts lying on her? Y'all are crazy. And I think that's why when she do try to call out the bloggers, she don't put our YouTube name out there because she don't really want y'all to see our content. Because if here's the thing. If I know somebody is bullying, harassing, slandering me, defaming me, baby, I'm putting you on Front Street. She don't do that because she don't want people to see what we really putting out there. Because I done got a whole lot of people that was supporting her at one point that no longer support her and they see the lie. They see the lie. So please stop. If you don't care about people talking about you because you understand how social media goes, then what? Why we adding people to a petition that ain't talking about your children? Pac love the kids. I don't talk about nobody babies, and y'all know this. I caught flack for not discussing babies. I caught flack for not even wanting to discuss her pregnancy. So, child, she better go sit down. But anyways, y'all, let me get off of here so I can try to finish this video for y'all. Because y'all know, see, I could jump on a live quick, but my videos take days. And I'm literally cramming trying to get this video out. Because it's a whole lot of receipts in this video that's definitely needed. And back down memory lane. Shout out to Minnie Rippleton. Okay? Because we're going to take it back. We're going to take it back as a reminder. As a reminder for the ones who like to throw rocks and hide their hands. Child. And Tamika, make sure you send me that receipt on MJ so I can add it also. So I can add it. But anyways, I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, rocking out with your girl. We had almost a consistent 500 in the building. Make sure y'all run them likes up. Please, please, please keep me in the algorithm. Okay, let's say that editing be a fool. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. That's the only thing I don't like. Because I be trying to cram it, but I'm a perfectionist at the same time. So it's kind of like a gift and a curse. But I be wanting my videos to hit, stand apart. Like when you blogging, you have to do something different. You have to be creative. You want to stand alone. Because if everybody doing the same thing, then guess what? The one who's favorite gonna get the most engagement. So when that's advice to any up and coming bloggers. But anyways, love y'all. Stay safe in these YouTube streets because these YouTube streets ain't safe. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
It goes by. People always ask me why black holes. Listen up, baby girl, shit, I'm about to let you know why I always got a black holes. Whoa. They talking shit up in my comments. Yeah, they don't know, but I'm about to block them. Cause every day, I block hoes. They be being shady, yeah. Whoa. Cause you know I block hoes, baby. In different area codes, baby. You never know, but I block